Hello? Oh, snap. Professional. Hang on. I was testing my intra game setup. There we go. How you doing, everybody? We are the Stoic Mithra, so we're going to be doing hardcore Iron Man stuff today. I am in the midst of being picked up by a white mage, the only white mage that is within 100 square kilometers of Bastock, to teleport me to everyone's favorite, the dunes, because no one has seen enough of the dunes. On the way over. No one's seen enough of the dunes, right? It's the proverbial place that everyone finds themselves back in, no matter what. No matter how far you are in the game, it's not going to matter. The dunes are always going to pull you back in some way. Somehow. Some people say, why don't you just pick Baburumu? It would make more sense because stuff there is generally less threatening. Yeah, but then you don't get the full experience of getting your shit pushed in when the tank doesn't pay attention for like 2 seconds. Yep. And that's the kind of experience that we're looking for. Evidently, I mean, most people would normally look for. Do you not have Hala? I will take them if that's okay. Sadly, no Hala. So the hardcore Iron Man character that we're playing, as the name implies, if this character dies, it dies forever. I will literally delete the character on stream, and then it will be like a community project among all of us that happen to be present at the time of that happening, to decide like what kind of, you know, race or job combination that we want to go with. I have some preferences, but like ultimately it doesn't matter. But I mean, this character survived. I am okay. This person is very nice. They're offering to escort me to Hala. I'll make my way over there. I'm gonna have to collect all this stuff at some point. If we're still RPing that this character is going to survive long enough, then we're gonna end up collecting all the crystals and everything like that. This is gonna be a matter of time. Galka Monk. I have not, so I technically have a Elven character, although I'm using them more as like a U2. They say don't go dying. We'll see about that. I do have an Elven character, but I want to avoid uprooting, literally and figuratively, all the gardening stuff that I have on each of these characters. I'm just cocky enough about, or confident is probably the better word. Just barely confident enough that nothing will happen to this character, that she's been gardening pretty much 24/7, and is also performing a auction house function. But she's lived long enough to make me think that there's nothing wrong with that. She has her sub job. We got a couple of ranks in her, more so for survival reasons than anything else, like psychological reasons, because it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to get like into a party that's like ready to go, and then about 2 hours of partying. So like minimum you're gonna want 3 hours in order to get the most mileage out of like a normal average length party. So yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to a Galka at all. I've never played a Galka before. It seems fine. Sure, it seems good to me. I probably am going to, I'll see where like the winds of fate push me, but if the good Lord Altana decides that I am meant in that moment to be a Tarutaru, then that's just how it's gonna have to be. I don't necessarily want to be a Tarutaru, not because I don't like them or I have some kind of like issue with them at all. It's because they are too close to the ground, which sounds psychotic, and it both coming out of my mouth and thinking about it, but it's literally true. I experience some kind of like reverse vertigo where I instinctively feel like I need to get off the ground, and yet because I'm a Tartar, I can't. I just need to zoom out my camera more. Just don't play anything with an MP pool on it. Yeah, so we're kind of going for like an unspoken theming thing. Very loosely guided by what kind of animations I like seeing typically on whatever race that it is. Like Stoic Mithra, if she lives long enough, is going to be a main samurai. That's because I like the way that they hold the great katana is my favorite out of all the different races. Galka, I don't really have an animation preference, and that could be because I see Galkas pretty rarely. You just want to be able to reach the top shelf. It's understandable. Exactly, yeah. Rip that dude. In your opinion, Icy, which, like, what weapon type do you personally feel is the coolest, like, animation wise, for Galkas? That is. I mean, their monk stance is pretty cool. I do know that offhand. And they are, you know, they would make classic tanks in that they're literally like a giant wall between, you know, you and whatever it is that you're dealing with. I keep forgetting how much of a flashbang visually the Dunes is. I hope you enjoy like 244, 244, 244 on the RGB. It's one step shy from being pure white. Let's do a curse. So there's two different ways I was going to approach this. And by this, I mean like partying in general today, because that's what our objective is. They're going to be aiming to get probably, well, definitely 15, because I'm on the cutting edge of 13 as is. But the hope is probably 16. I did replace my chariot band with an empress band under the impression that I should be able to use up most, if not all of it, in one shot. I found that I just wasn't getting the proper amount of mileage out of the chariot because I play on my main so much, and I have only hopped onto Stoic Mithra to do some light leveling to make sure that like pacing is good on Fridays. Isu says hand to hand for the stance and laughing at the kick attacks, but great axe is cool because they swing sometimes one handed. Really? That's interesting. That's definitely unique. I've never seen a Galka. Have I seen a Galka monk yet? I don't know. I've never seen one kick, that's for sure. We're just gonna rub silent oil all over our bodies and treat the tunnel like one giant slip and slide. And then if we need to crush up and snort a prison powder to appear so cracked out to the goblins that they don't want anything to do with us, then we shall do that. Watch at Galka Mine is pretty funny. They use one hand for the pick. I can imagine. I'm surprised that some of their stuff isn't like that much larger, because if you like a sword in their hands might be like 10% bigger, but because their general mass is just so disproportionate to the weapon, it looks like they're basically holding like a dagger. Same thing with like the some of the larger weapons too, like the great axe might be slightly bigger, but like the Galka using it to like one hand is funny. I can definitely see it. So normally when I do this thing, I set up my own party. When we go, I'm going to try to set up a level 10 party, probably with lizards, everyone's favorite, because nobody's seen that like 800,000 times, right? There's a small chance that if I cannot find the people necessary to construct a party, then I will attempt to allow myself to get collected. I'm probably the only monk in existence, at least as of this writing, that is willing and has said so, that they are willing to pull. The monks do get pebbles, and pebbles do be all you needing to pull. Yeah, me with the spot of the sword is almost as tall as your Mithra, for sure. Now, do you have like the large model of the Galka? You know, like during character creation, you can pick like small, medium, large. The difference is only like 3 inches. That's what she said, but Like when you're Galka, like and you're like the large model, you do be big. You be a big boy. Oh man, I'm really squeezing all the mileage out of my HDR right now. I really should remember to turn on my brightness whenever I go into Valkyrie, but I'm typically thinking about so many other things that doesn't really occur to me. So I made the small error of not restarting my router before I got onto stream, even though I have a literal note card that says in all caps reset router before stream. So if there's any significant drops during the stream and you happen to be actively watching at that moment, just let me know. Because I have not got around to it because I forget about it almost as soon as the stream ends. But I do need to eventually parse what hooks up into what for possible replacement down the road. Like blips and stuff do happen, but you know, I care so much about like the user experience that I think about it, even though in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. While we are en route, even though I should be paying attention, there's a couple of goblins around here between me and where all the camps are that I'm probably going to want to be actively paying attention. But I am tempted to do a see all 10 to 12, even though 12 is a little bit long in the tooth for lizards. Probably 10 or 11 is what I'm going to be wanting to sink down to, because if we can get to 15, 14, 15, but 15 is the sweet spot, that's a preference, then we will swap over to my favorite dunes camp, which is just a smidgen outside of the outpost. Like literally just like to the west of it, maybe like 10 feet. And you tuck into a corner, and there's just a cornucopia of damselflies and sheep. And sheep are non-threatening as long as mages know to stand like max cast distance away. Sometimes people won't listen. You know, you'll find that in any party, in any video game. But for the most part, if you tell them, hey, if you don't want to get slept when it matters, like just be away. Just be in the corner. Don't be here. Don't be near the tanks and stuff. Like sheep song is what I'm referring to. It's like an AoE sleep. It's not a huge deal, and then it only takes like a cure to wake someone up, but still, it's one of those things where it could lead to like a legitimately bad situation if like the people do not have the presence of mind to like be away from the sheep when the song goes off. Will it necessarily wipe the party? No, but it could kill the tank. At the very least, unless they're a paladin or something and can weather that. Like just like using invincible to literally wait out the sleep timer. I laugh when it hits the mages that were too close. Yeah, for sure. You can't make horses drink water when you lead them over to it, right? So all you can do is make like a good faith effort to be like, hey, if you don't want to get slept, stay away. And then basically pray that they have enough self-preservation instinct after that point to like do the thing. You know, the thing that they do. All right, so there's a few people that are here. They do seem to be assembling. I'm gonna ask them, hi, are you partying here, question mark? Smiley face. And it's very important that you put the smiley face in the say chat to appear as non-threatening as possible, and then when their backs are turned to you, you just punch the ever-loving shit out of the backs of their heads, and then you usurp the camp. You turn on, you flag PvP mode. This place can, okay, so that they are collecting party members. This place can support 3 lizards Typically, when both of these little crevices are occupied, you can be up here. There's also a place that relies more so on the puller's like confidence that is like beyond the trees over there, that has like 4 to 6 like lizard spawns relatively close, although that one's more dangerous because it's flanked on both sides by goblins. Throw an uwu in there for good measure. You know, if I did do an uwu like this, hang on.
Uwu.
If I hit them with some of this,
Meow.
if I hit them with that, then yeah, they probably would have moved. And then, but then they would have like said something else to me, and then I would have like engaged Super Saiyan meow mode. Basically just like mind flood them. Oh, let's see. We're gonna, I don't know, man. Normally I create my parties and it works out. I don't know how many, let's do a cursory check to see how many people are here. /C. 66 people? God damn, dude, it's a fucking Friday. Where the hell is people? I mean, people are probably understandably avoiding the dunes as much as possible. I do not blame them. I don't know, man. Do we let ourselves get picked up? We'll start searching. We'll put up our flag. I do have in my search comment that, well, I'll just let you see for yourself. Level sync anything, fisherman. Oh, yes, I will pull because nobody expects the monk to pull. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Let's do a quick look though. Warrior, 2 people without subjobs. Warrior, white mage, red mage, thief, which is actually the makings of a party of a description. Granted, 3 of them are Tarus, so if the Taru tank, who is also happening to be subbing Dark Knight, loses attention or gets an unlucky crit, a Taru of some description is going to die. So perhaps we don't have a choice in searching for a party. Which I mean, like, push come to shove, if I need to flag up in situations like this when I'm here and ready to party and like throw down. Oh my god, we already got an invite. Let's go. Yes, please. I'm just gonna assume that they're in a good position and like in a level that makes sense. I was not expecting to get a party invite. Maybe they're gonna ask me to pull. I actually prefer to pull. I don't like pulling, but I am willing to pull, and I do know how to do it pretty well, in the sense that over time I'm pretty able to, let me start that sentence over. I'm able to pretty quickly assess what the party is capable of handling, and then syncing up a monster to be en route around the time that the original monster being dealt with dies. I learned the term stage pulling recently. Hello. Which evidently means like a bard or red mage sleeping things to like just like tag in monsters as they come around. Of course they're on the other side of the world. I'll be there in a million years on my way. I'm not gonna write that. I don't want to set the tone like that. I'll be there soon. Gotta run over. We'll just let ourselves be the guinea pig for once. It's nice to not make your own parties. I'm used to doing it. I like doing it. I like coordinating groups of people to work with each other. So I'm not opposed to this. They did say pretty much as soon as I got into the party, quote, I got one, unquote, which probably means that they were talking about a puller. I am casually glancing over to notice that there are 2 thieves in the party, which is not necessarily an issue. It is mildly concerning, but if they're starting a party from scratch, That makes sense. And like, you know, if there's not like a huge selection, or maybe they mean a sync target. They probably mean a sync target. I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this episode, I think. A lot of people who already got parties, so it'll be us three for a hot minute. That's fine. I'm going to act under the assumption that by they're saying it'll be us three for a hot minute, that they mean that it'll be a little bit of time before we collect the necessary bits and pieces for the rest of the composition. Even though I don't think that it will, I'm hoping that we'll get like an actual tank. And by an actual tank, I mean someone that is a little bit more heavily armored than I am. Come to think of it, that they were probably referring to I got one as like a level sync. So this brings up an interesting situation, and often like a talking point that happens across Final Fantasy XI players, probably for the entirety of the runtime of the game to date. Is it better to get a party that is arguably suboptimal versus like not getting a party at all? If your intention is to go out and get experience points, it's a thing that people do talk about and like argue about. Like basically, like is it worth getting suboptimal experience in the meantime versus possibly waiting an indeterminable amount of time for a supposed average to good party to invite you instead? So it's like it's playing with multiple variables, that like multiple unknowns, because you don't know if the party you're gonna go into is like a suboptimal one, right? Unless you're one of the people that get like a little bit weird about it, arguably, where you know like where you give like an itinerary of expectations. Be like, well, you have to, you know, if you want to join the party, you got to make sure that you're geared with this specific thing, that you eat this specific food, because I'm here to game, man. Pushes up duct taped glasses with a finger and then like an anime flash. Emotional damage. I should be paying more attention to my surroundings. Now this could, even though it is very mildly disconcerting to have more than one thief in the party, it's not like insane. You know, like sometimes parties just happen to be like that. This could actually, like, who knows? Maybe this is gonna be like one of those rare like 8,000 experience points an hour parties without ring, before ring. Is that likely? No. But you know, that's why I have all this copium with me.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
My instincts are telling me to silent oil and prison powder up, because my main character is bankrolling this one a la my own guidelines for the character. I'm not concerned about burning what is ostensibly 600 gil, something like that. I think it's like, no, it would be like closer to 500, because it's like 6,000 for a stack of prism and silent oil respectively. Gonna do a little sneaky poo around this corner here.
Var X3. What's this? Oh, whoa.
So I did purchase Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I do have it, and I'm saying it this way just as a disclaimer in case Nintendo's lawyers are watching. I have legally emulated the game onto my computer, or through my computer, using a legal copy of the game, and I have receipts for everything. And it looks really good. You know, Nintendo Switch games that are not 2D or pixel based can look incredibly good. You can see the vision TM of like what the developers were actually going for in terms of like art direction and like visual improvements and stuff like that. You can see it a lot easier when the game does not appear to be running like gelatin anytime there's more than like 3 models on screen at once. Wave. Let's wave to the compatriots. And then we might have to sit here a while. We will just let the hand of fate guide us on this journey that we're partaking on. This is just so that whomever is watching is aware. This is the 4th party in the entirety of me playing on Horizon where I've allowed myself to be collected. So this it's no pressure at all on the on the team, because it just on like the actual like party itself, because it's like I go into any situation, especially like this, with no expectations. So as long as I don't die and some amount of mileage is taken through my ring, my Empress ring, my experience points boosting ring, then I'm happy. I'm content. Not dying is like my bare minimum expectation. Which should you know, it should be good. Should be possible, right? Yep. The party member says, "Wait a minute, ain't you a HD character?" Yep. That's true. I'm not going to tell them that I'm streaming. I'm also not going to tell them that if my character dies for any reason, I'm going to delete it permanently, because I don't want to stress them out in either respect. They say, "Isn't this kind of dangerous for you? Ain't you not allowed to party with you?" I don't know where the AC players can only play with AC players idea came from. It's not a thing. And yeah, if I die for any reason just once, I lose the status. That is the second time that someone has brought up the idea that, or the impression that, hardcore status characters can only play with hardcore status characters. That's not true. Like the only rule is that you can't do anything outside of the normal limitations of the game, like hacking, right? Obviously, to like keep yourself alive. Yep. Oh my god, they're gonna... What is this? They're just going for it. Okay. This is not good. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. Is this normal? Maybe they're like buddies or something? Or this is the first time that I've where's my Empress band? There it is. Hardcore status, you put it on with an NPC at level 1, and over time, the longer you The higher you level without dying, the more cosmetic rewards you get. Okay, so that was 35 experience. It's incredibly bad. I'm just gonna humor them for a bit. We'll even use an Empress Band. Yep. You still, under normal circumstances, no. In normal, when you die as a hardcore character, you keep the character, but there's no way to get the status back. Yo, look at that, 6,000 experience an hour. No, that was like 44 experience points with the ring. Let's see, all 10, 11. Oh, please forgive me, guys. I thought this was a normal 6-person party. I'm going to peace for now to try to set one. Oh, they said we can be hardcore buddies. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Take care. Good luck. Thanks for inviting me. This should be. All right, I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just gonna peace. Because if we continue at this route, even if we go for like 2 hours, it's gonna be like 2,000 experience, like with the ring over the course of like 2-3 hours, which would be like a little less than a level. Not preferable. Definitely in those types of situations, like they were ranked 2, so it's entirely possible that they didn't, like, they don't know enough about like the party structure yet. Like, I have seen like duos and trios like doing stuff, right? It's not like outside the realm of possibility, but that's just not the experience that I'm looking to have right now. If it were something like, you know, I had like a friend or something that just wanted to hang out for a bit, and like us getting very mild progress in the meantime, I could see it for sure. Yeah. So fifth time letting myself getting picked up is probably going to be the charm for sure. Just gonna go back to where we were before, top left of the map, if we can still help it. Ideally, because it means that when a party vacates, there's going to be more mileage that we get in setting up a party before like a new party like moves over. That's interesting. I wonder what that person's job was. Possibly a red mage, because they had the scale armor on but had a staff on them. It's a little bit unusual. Outside of like 51 plus, I don't really see. My instinct is telling me to become invisible, so I'm just going to do that ahead of time. You don't really see staves all that often. Like, I've never allowed myself to really look deeply into them in general, outside of like the elemental ones. I'm wondering to myself out loud, obviously, thinking out loud, like outside of paladin and monk and like black mage, like how often do you see like pole usage? That's not like a trick question. You don't really see it that much. I've heard that you can do funny shenanigans with some specific types of staves later, like as like a monk. I think that there's like a staff that typically applies some sort of like weakness down effect or something, and then that might be like a reason why you would opt to take a staff instead of like punchy weapons. I don't know, man. I've never gotten a monk above 37 before, so I don't know what kind of how much juice you can squeeze from the in-between. Hello, Mr. Butcher. We're getting some cardio in. We're getting our steps in. I'm gonna need to buy more prison powder and silent oil, though. You know how it goes. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, Tears of the Kingdom. So I was thinking, like, I have to do more testing to make sure that's actually stable when emulated. From what I understand, it is. And based off of very cursory testing, it was. I'm gonna need to think about having it be like the variety game. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I could see it becoming like a Wednesday thing, or like a Wednesday Saturday thing. But there's not too much time in between like play sessions with it. It seems interesting enough. And I watched and read the recap of like what all happened during Breath of the Wild, so I'm set there. There's just too many games, man. Like SMT 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5 looks fucking gorgeous emulated, like amazing. Like there's like some kind of crazy like NVIDIA PhysX 3 type hair simulation that's going on with like the main character. And like when you're actually playing it at 60 frames per second with like the visuals like cranked all the way up, it looks fucking pretty. It runs smooth, the gameplay is gratifying. It's just amazing like how much of that is lost when you're playing on what's essentially like a tablet from 2011. Not that there's anything wrong with enjoying the Switch despite its limitations and graphical limitations. I have to make sure they put this disclaimer out there. Graphical limit. My God, graphics do not make the game. But if you're trying to immerse yourself and like, you know, like the slightest deviation from like the game's ability to like parse what's happening around you can like tank the frames at like, you know, 50%, it kind of snaps you out of it a little bit. All right, so lesson learned, we're not going to let ourselves get picked up again. At least not tonight. Clearly is not the time for us to be experiencing that. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Person's name is Horror. That's very interesting. Probably the funniest Final Fantasy 11 name that I've picked up is Tater Thought. Oh, it makes me laugh. There's also another character that I saw that was called Big Fart Bucket or something. Okay, I'm paying dearly for my transgression. The part, you see, we were gonna camp here, which is like part of our original intention. That's no longer possible, and I doubt that these guys moved, right? They're probably still over here. No? The fuck are they? I mean, I'll take it. They don't, like, they're not like hiding around the corner, right? No, they're not. That's so weird that they would be up on the hill like that and not this little alcove. Okay, 10 to 11 invitation. All we have to do is grab one level 10 and then we can sync up from there. Let's see what this Galka wants. We need to grab a warrior. We just have to grab one level 10, and then it's all gonna shake out from there. Hello, level sync 10 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. If anyone in the chat wants a level 10, level 11 party, just let me know, and I will prioritize fitting you in. Hello, level sync 10 party. Do you need it? Position. Not capital. Valkyrie Dunes. We're gonna see if either of them answer. If either of them answer, we're gonna be set. Anyone? Anyone? Tralala? Either one of you? I need a healer of some description to build from. And preferably I would want more than one level 10 or level 11. Just so that if one of them has to leave like 30 minutes into the party, like our sync is not suddenly gone. And then we have to scramble to procure another. I mean, that's just how like Final Fantasy 11 rolls sometimes, right? But still, if you can do everything you can to avoid a situation like that happening, that'd be preferable. Let me do a cursory glance to see who else in the level range would be willing to tolerate sinking down this far. Do we have any others? We do have a level 19 white mage. I don't know how close they're gonna want to. Let me see if I can grab the white mage, because none of this is gonna matter if we can't get a healer. Level sync 10 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. I just need a healer or two healers. I'm gonna try to get a sub heal no matter what, but that's the hope. If this person responds, then I'm going to reach out to the other level 12 summoner that's up there so that they have some kind of backup. If they don't respond, it's not gonna matter. Yeah, those are the two that I was seeing. I understand that you can't be like married. Oh, okay. Are they coming back down? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Hello. Building from scratch. Maybe a minute, many AFK. Oh. 10 to 19. So now we have to get a level 10 or 11. Low level sync. 10 party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrie Dunes. Trying to gather here. Oh, damn. Okay, we have a level 10. That's good. So we're gonna want another one as backup. So we have a main heal and a pseudo sub heal. Where the fuck are these people coming from? Okay, are you guys on the hill or are you here? Like this is a camp that was on the hill. So you on the hill or are you over here? Okay, then we go on the hill then. Okay, then we are the hill. We're the hill camp now. Let's do it. Level sync. And party, do you need it? Position Valkyrim Dunes. Level sync 10 party, do you need it? Position Valkyrim Dunes. Any job should be fine. I'm also streaming twitch.tv/prostoic. Hello. I was gonna instinctively check what our composition is. Are you coming as war? Hello, welcome. They changed over to Dark Knight, but they were warrior going into it. So I'm a Twitch affiliate. Twitch forces all affiliates to run ads while ads support me. I don't like them. And I've taken all steps that I can to make them as painless as possible. They're going to run about every hour, which gives us about an hour of consumable stream time before we are beset on all sides by ads. Said ad break is going to be happening in about a minute. They're on average about 90 seconds, so just bear with me. Let's see, all 10, 18 in. Okay, so we could use what? Level sync. The more warriors that we surround ourselves with, the better. Party, do you need it? Position Valkyrim Dunes, because that ostensibly means that we're gonna get less of our shit pushed in if something goes wrong. Assuming that they're paying attention. Alright, so we have 2 warriors, a monk, white mage, black mage, which is good. And let's see, all mojo. Low. Level sync 10. We'll do party. Do you need it? Position Valkyrim Dunes. This person that just shouted is getting an instant invite right now. They are samurai. I will probably be pulling. Unless someone really wants to, I will pull with pebbles. Position is camp. Because we have like 1.5 healers, we're gonna want to be very careful with monster management. And because we're dealing with 2 other camps that are nearby, we're going to need to be a little pull aggressive when it matters, so tempo is going to matter a lot. Ad break is happening now. Good luck, my friends. It's nice. Typically popular because it's out of the way. Ironically, with a good mix of mobs. Yum. That's good. I'm gonna run a prediction in chat because I need to get into the muscle memory of doing that. / prediction. Start prediction. Wow, that's a... Okay, we're just gonna extend out the window a little bit because I did not realize it would be so packed in like that. Oh my god, hang on. I'm using like a chat function. Is this party going to Pog? Yes, no, I don't know, Lamau. Okay, start prediction. If the party Pogs, then you will get paid out if you vote for or against. All right, prediction's going. Go ahead and predict if it's gonna Pog or not. I'm gonna abstain. I can't. Streamers can't cast a prediction or cast on a prediction on their own channel. What kind of fucking kangaroo court is this, man? I should be able to. Oh man. Once you're past the bat cave, if you're coming from bottom right of map, you won't need anything, but you will need to dodge mobs. I don't know if they're coming from the bottom right of the map. You won't need oil, no. Just dodge the goblins moving around. Gotta get into the habit of boosting. Hell yeah, brother. Man, those 2 minutes went by fast. My goodness. Okay, people should be filtering out of the ad break, so I'm gonna give it like another courtesy, like 5 seconds. And we're back, guys. Just in time to start monkeying around. You thought the stream was gonna be hilarious. The cat's out of the bag on this one.
Ooh, you suck.
It's gonna. I don't know who Vesperus is. Let me check. Vesperus is one of the warriors, rank 10. What? He asked, do we need oil to reach D7? My brother in Christ, you're rank 10. You should know what's out here. unless he only ever went through the dunes exactly once. I'm just very surprised. I'm boosting just to no effect, because once I level sync, that all this jacked up attack potential is gonna go away. I do enjoy that I have twice as much attack power though. That is kind of neat. What is it without boost? 78. Okay. And that's with attack food too. That I slammed back during the before times in the long ago. All right, so instead of you having to stare at this actually like pretty beautiful sunset, and because I don't know how long it's gonna take for this Vesperus person to do whatever it is that they're doing, I'm assuming they're getting like a holla or a dem or something. We're gonna play Link to the Past. And I know that there are people out there that have been waiting with bated breath for this thing to pop up on the screen. Oh, I need to detect my gamepad. Please hold. Detect gamepad changes. There we go. I have to give you more legend and give you magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace. Did you want like a ride out here, bruh? I am indeed Sahasrara, the village elder and descendant of the 7 wise men. As a test, can you retrieve the pendant of courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I'll tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Okay. Don't mind if I do. But first, I'm gonna blow a hole in your little stone hut here and get all them jewels. You got some bombs you can pick up and throw about. Yes, I know how bombs work, man. I used the bomb to get in here. Why wouldn't I know how they work? Oh, dude. Dollar bills, y'all. Even though this game is about as old as I am, it's still very impressive looking. This is stupid. Like, considering that this is, I think this is the, do not quote me on this because I do not remember, but I'm pretty sure that this was the third game, right? It was like Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and then this one, right? I did not have to go this way. I do need to go that way, though. I need to go to the right, that's all I know. That's what my bones are telling me. Anytime that my bones tell me something, I add here. You do be warping in from Juno, the warrior said, which is fine. We're still gathering together. We're burning Signet time, but it's not like we're definitely gonna run out of Signets like around the latter quarter of the party. But that's fine. That's not gonna stop being a problem until we get rank 3, and then after rank 3 we typically won't have to worry about that anymore. Give it to me, that which I desire. So Zelda games do a very good job of cluing you in on what sort of things that you have to expect. It teaches you mechanics in a very organic way, which I've always appreciated, especially when you're, you know, when you're just like you're a little babby stoic philosopher man. You know, like you were constructed at like only like 5 years post creation. $100, Jesus fuck. I don't even remember what you can spend money on in this game except fucking pots? Not pots. The come on, brain, come on, boy. The jars, like the jars that you can put like bees and, you know, other types of creatures. We go on Conchta Highlands side? No, I have clarified what the camp is multiple times. Position is camp. Just head northwest and you will eventually reach. Okay, back to the game. Back to the real game. You thought that this was a Final Fantasy 11 stream. I'm sorry to inform you. This is Link to the Past, man. Still one of my favorite games of all time, although I'm sure that it's being informed. Like that sentiment, I fucking hate these skeletons so much. Because they dodge you. They read your inputs, kind of like Elden Ring bosses do. Link to the Past did it first. I think this is the tile room, isn't it? No, it's not. Thankfully they don't dodge, they only dodge the sword swings. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna call bullshit on that, but okay, that's alright. I'll take him out the old-fashioned way, dude. That's okay. Alright, and we got the compass. Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master. Don't mind if I duplicate. Nope, I don't want to save and quit. I don't want to do that either. Can I map me? Is there no... How do I... Excuse me? No, I don't want to save and quit. Okay. This dungeon's really straightforward, so we shouldn't have to refer to the map too much, read if at all. Stoic and Sai, so as well, I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles, which is something that only comes up like a handful of times during the entire game. Here's a hint. You can use the treasure hidden in the spells to defeat armored foes. Thanks, guy. I appreciate you. Can I not? Can I not? I could have sworn I could push. I should just be able to push those. Right? My brain wouldn't lie to me. Why can I not? Is this fucked? Fine. I don't need to go that way. I don't want to go that way anyway. That's okay. already capped. Let's go. Dodgers. I don't remember where the big key is. Oh, Vesperus is already here. Oh fuck! I need to not be here, but I also can't leave. I'm in a death room. You don't have to leave, but you can't stay here, or whatever it is that the saying is. Okay, that's a normal ass key. That is not like the big key that we're looking for. It's this one. All right, pause it, and then we're gonna save it because I think that we're actually assembling now. If something happens, we're like, we're still waiting on one person. It looks like. No, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're here. Oh, they're a little bit higher up. That's right. Okay. When you're here and ready to go, then do the dash sign. Let's go. We're gonna hype ourselves up, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's time to stop.
No, that's not the one. Where's my I need to activate video game BPM mode? I haven't really heard much of the music in a while, so good time as any. I did not have a specific SE in mind, but sick. Since we're still waiting, I think. Skilled? Nope, that's not it. Uh, 11 or 10. We'll just do 10. I don't even know, man. Samurai, shield break. I got lazy because I thought that I was going to be partying somewhere else. Warrior, 10. Monk, hand to hand, Tachi Hobako. Okay. I feel like there's something else that we could doing. Do they both have great axes? One has a great axe. The other one has a great sword. Is that right? They do. I don't know if they're necessarily gonna hit anything, but that's what they have. 10. 10. Great sword. Power slash Tachi NP. Okay, that works. Power slash rip into Tachi NP Mojo Water MB. All that stands out. Weirdly, there aren't too many combos. Okay, Mojo's back, Vesperus back, Raptor's back, I'm back. Who else? Vamp. Is Vamp you here? I think I've seen Vesperus move. All these guys are moving. All right. I'll level sync, and then I will pull. I'm gonna sync to 11 for safety reasons. All right. Let us slam back a rice dumpling, like the good Lord intended. It seems like the in-game volume is a little loud. Oh boy, I'm in chat now. I think Link to the Past is Zelda 2. Oh, okay. Evidently he is pulling. That's okay. I did not realize that he was going to be pulling, but that's fine. Boy, howdy, I am in chat. Yes, you are, my dear friend. I need to provoke. Earliest convenience. Anyone that can invoke would be good. There we go. Okay, Please voke off when people are low. I'm going to have to... This is going to be really sketchy. It's not a good first impression. Already. In commute, it just says reconnecting to chat. That's weird. My frames do be appearing to be warbling a little bit, which I absolutely hate. That's on me, dude, because what is going on, dude? I'm gonna have to eat. I'm gonna have to eat potions, man. There's definitely gonna need to be I don't want to be slamming back like so many high potions like immediately. I think that was a relatively high level one. Let me pull, please. Smiley face. Okay, so they are warping back out. Oh my god. Thank you for following, thank you. I really appreciate it. I did not realize that person was gonna... Is just gonna kind of like wing it and like and just pull without confirming that people were ready. This is why it's so important to at minimum have like a /p message. I mean, to where do I need to taunt? I am very squishy. The warriors should taunt, preferably you all are very teeny teeny little people. It will be easier with a not max level 1. I did have to burn 2 of my emergency high potions just to live, which is a little bit disconcerting and not something that I'm typically used to experiencing. But that do be how the game is sometimes. I'm okay with occasionally pulling as long as people pull off of me. I do think that the Black Mage will... I mean, we're still in the honeymoon period, for sure. So that it's very likely that as long as reasonable leveled monsters are brought over, which I'm going to assure, because I'm going to be pulling from here, that it will balance out, especially when we are around level 12. If the situation still seems a little bit sketch, I will level sync to 12 instead. Where and for how much are they sold? Where and for how much is what sold? I do not know to which you refer. Oh, high potions? Alchemists typically make them in bulk. They go for about 1,000. The most I've ever seen is like 2,000, so definitely not cheap. But in this situation where I'm trying to stay alive at all costs, the cost doesn't matter as long as I don't die. It's like hardcore. Yeah, it is. As it happens, I have the hardcore status, so it all, you know, it all pans out. I do regular high level cooking with my main character, and then I move some of the money that I make from that to this character in order to gear them up and give them supplies. Like there's one item in particular that's the closest thing to an O ship button that you'll ever find in Final Fantasy XI, called a Vile Elixir +1. which restores instantly, well, pseudo instantly over the course of a couple seconds, 55% of your health. But it costs a lot. It probably costs more than all the equipment combined on my character. All right, when ready. And I'll pull. Rip, I will pull. Please let me. I don't want to pull again. it might be. Rip. Please don't pull. I will pull. Where is he going? Okay, so he's deliberately ignoring me then. I will keep that in mind. I need a first Voke, like within like 20 seconds. There we go. A little slow on the draw. That's okay. And then ideally Vesperis should heal after that. These guys have so little health. Oh my god, I forgot how little health like Taratarus have. What other crafting skills do you level for high level cooking? Thankfully, you don't have to level too much. The other companion, please Voke off him when he's orange. I know that these guys are afraid. I know that they are concerned for their lives. I will Voke to take some of the pressure off. And I'm gonna wait until like 25. This is incredibly dangerous for me. Any time that they get back into okay, so he was pretty lucky that was like a level 16. Normally parties are not this fragile. Like we don't have an unusual setup. Maybe we have like one less healer than normal. Oh, the other crafting skill that I level other than cooking itself is woodworking. Specifically for I can pull, you can tank. I feel like this guy is messing with me, or he's trolling, which is kind of the same thing. He says, am I pulling or tanking? After I explained to him 3 times that I can pull. He's he doesn't want to pull anymore. That's fine. I support that. There we go. Okay, so it is level 16, so it's not any stronger. Maybe I will sink to 12. I don't want to, because like 11 is like 12 is the sweet spot, but you move so quickly out of the sweet spot. Okay, so he got down to like double digits there, so then Vesperis ideally would pull off of him. I did throw a pebble, yeah. Monks don't get a huge number of skills or like throwable items, but they do get some. They get, it's mostly like your typical fare. Like pebbles, darts, that type of thing. They don't get anything substantial. Like they don't get, I don't think they get like any kind of like real bows or anything like that. I'm gonna have to be very careful with the, I'm going to sink to 12 for safety. It should make things easier. I'm gonna listen to my instincts and I'm gonna resync to 12. Because then as we level up, or whatever the lowest like level is, when they get to 12, we should be able to get more mileage out of that. Instead of us being like on the cusp of having to like fully recover after every small fight happens. My throwing is level 29. Throwing is a difficult one, or a difficult skill to get leveled up, just because there's so few instances where like a job is going to make regular use of it. Like the only job that uses throwing items in any regular capacity is going to be ninja, who get an A- in it, but they also get exclusive access to shuriken, which are abhorrently expensive. We're gonna once these blizzards move away, we're gonna test fire on one. But then something that I'm not a huge fan of with throwing items, like just bog standard throwing items, is that there aren't many, if any at all, now that I'm really thinking about it, that that apply like status effects. I don't think there's really any that do. I just want one of these guys to move away. Thank you. Go the rock. Thank you. Now I tank most of the time, read all of the time on my main character, so I'm going to need to do everything in my power to avoid voking here, unless they're like someone is in like criminal danger. Chris should pull off of him now. I will pull off of him because the reaction time is not where it needs to be. But that's okay. I don't mind situationally voking off, especially because it appears that the warrior and the Sam are just outright not really interested. That and I have like a pretty good health pool, such as it is. It was easier to kill that thing for sure. Let's try level 17. This might kill someone. We'll see. It is only one level higher, but you'd be surprised how much of a level makes. How much of a difference a level makes, that is. I missed my combo. I hate that for me. This guy do be a little bit harder. Okay, I will vote then. So there's not necessarily anything wrong with the combination. I do prefer or wish that the other samurai or like Tarataru would pull a little bit. I wasn't actually expecting you to be like sub tanking, but today has been a little bit weird overall, so that's okay. Oh, look at that dude, he did it. Oh my god. Yeah, boy. He voked, and then I voke to make sure that I validate his behavior. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
Nice. That was better. I'm not going to pull the 18. I'm going to pull another 17. Actually, no. Holding. Not pulling. noticed MP. It's a good thing I checked because I need to avoid getting into the flow state of believing that this is a party with a normal power level. I need to be more cautious.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So if you're new to the channel and you'd like to make a sincerely huge impact on me, I recommend clicking the purple follow button below. It's a simple action, but it has a big influence. Okay. Level 17, let's do it. Oh, and we actually got a hit on that one for 0 damage, but got a hit nonetheless. Ow. If we're sitting on full MP, I will leave it up to you. I want you to play what you want to play. Ultimately, one of the black mage is suggesting that they could swap to summoner to more effectively sub heal. I just want them to play what they enjoy, and if they happen to enjoy summoner, that's fine. I do need someone to vote off of me. Thank you. A little spooky. This is gonna have to be a situation where I'm just basically gonna have to wait for the white mage to have full, if not near full, MP in order to just live. Kill it. Punch. Punch. Kill. There we go. Okay. Here. Need to make sure that everyone feels supported, validated, appreciated. Whatever other words end with aided. The white mage is feeling confident. That's good. He thinks that it was a little bit spicy. Brother, there's a big storm coming, or whatever the meme is. The black mage appears to be wanting to do bio. Presumably to skill up.
No.
That's fucking teamwork!
Wrap do Dio after I cast bio, please. Sadly, Mojo's right. They don't stack. Let's see, this is 17. We're getting lucky with these levels. Need to back up a little bit and then check my surroundings before I commit. And I also need to be mindful that a ghoul does spawn somewhat close, not close enough to actually matter as long as people stick to the hill. Just need to avoid a situation where the party kind of naturally creeps out. I don't remember this song at all. I'm happy with it though. I'm glad it's there. Once he gets an orange, I'm gonna pull. I think that, for better or worse, I have taken it upon myself to serve that role. I do want to avoid it if I can because his armor is a little bit heavier than mine. I did just pull hate though. People are becoming more confident in general with poking, which is good. They did not have a reason really to be afraid other than the fact that they're Tartaros, which on reflection is probably concern enough. This isn't that bad. This is definitely sticking to 12 was the right choice. It does mean very slightly reduced experience overall, but you know, you don't go to the dunes expecting a 8,000 experience point party every time, right? The game will typically just say no in those circumstances. Ooh, we did 1 point of damage, dude. Let's go. Ow. Throwing skill got up 0.4%.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
Not percent, points rather. It's good. Getting some good accuracy on this stuff, man. I mean, we don't have like obviously like Peacock Amulet or anything, but we do get a little bit of accuracy out of fucking our rice dumpling. It's mostly an attack food, but we do get a smittening of accuracy out of it, and then some like a very small pittance of accuracy from our hand-to-hand weapons, because most hand-to-hand weapons interestingly do have accuracy associated with them. I don't know if that's to compensate for some like in the background values that I'm not apprised of. But rice dumplings are a great food. You typically don't get the full mileage out of oh boy, this could be dangerous for us. I'm going to take another sip. Okay, please voke off me. Please voke. Oh shit. Oh my god, if he wasn't able to pull it off, I was gonna eat another high potion. If he had TP move there, he probably could have killed me. He didn't. But if he did, I would be on the ground right now. I would still, so in the circumstance that this hardcore Iron Man character dies, I wouldn't just abandon the party and be like, well, sorry guys, my RP is that if I die in the game, I die in real life, so I'm gonna have to delete my character. I'm actually gonna fish out the party to make sure I'm not affecting people's like experience, because that's not fair to them. They're not the ones doing the challenge, right? Just gonna take a little bit of a resty poo here. Let's see what level this is. Very tough is good. I want to wait for a few more ticks for the white mage before pulling. By a few more ticks, I mean like 2. Which is not the definition of a few, but such as it is. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. There we go. He's nearly full. He should be able to get the last tick before the monster reaches camp, right? Yeah, he did. I'm a big fan of most of, we're gonna reload our add-on. Add-on, reload skill chains. Just so I can see what like possible combos there could be. What was I saying before I interrupted myself? I literally don't remember. Congratulations. Something about something. Something pertinent. Maybe insightful, probably not. You know how it goes. You guys and I go way back. You know how I am. Like it's only been a couple of months since I first started streaming, but you know, it's been like, it felt like we've been hanging out for years, man. Just an unknown compilation of, or composition of like grizzled veterans. This song kind of slaps a little bit hard. I zoned out when you were talking about deleting your character. Yeah, I was zoned out too. I was describing it to someone and they were like, I hate that. Why would you do that? Because it's like the equivalent of like a Buddhist sand painting. Okay, we are going to super luck out if nothing links here. Look at that. Amazing. We didn't link anything. When I described like the hardcore Iron Man challenge in like Final Fantasy 11, and then I, you know, followed up with like an explanation of how long it takes to do anything in the game, you were like, why would you do that? That's understandable. I would have that reaction. You know? Birds fly. Fish swim. I do completely insane challenges on MMOs that no one in their right mind would attempt, because who plays an Iron Man character in an MMO where that is like famously brutal? I'm not pulling that. I gotta make sure that the tank is the one that actually pulls, man. If you get into danger, then I will pull. But not that power slash, yeah. He's just a little babby. Start walking away. Do I try an incredibly tough? I don't think so. I really shouldn't. To be perfectly honest with you. It's like typically way too dangerous. Now, granted, they go up as high as 19. So this isn't as bad as it could be. I'm gonna pull it. This is just to see if we can tolerate it, and like what kind of mileage we need to get out of like our MP pulls. I got another 0.4. Let's go. Throwing skill.
Wow! Congratulations!
Amazing. All my homies love. Where's the samurai? Please, Mr. Samurai, assist. Oh, I don't know why he's... He should have been heading back to camp like the moment he heard the call. That's okay. Nobody's died yet. After this, we'll move down there. I agree. Okay, now they need to Volk off of him. I'm gonna have to eat. Please heal me. So spicy. Okay, maybe 18s are too high. All right, let's head south. I only have 2 more oh shit buttons, so then I get the Omega oh shit button, and then that's it. That's all I've got. You know, I haven't used all the parts of the buffalo on this one, but it's close. There is a dead lizard that's down there, so where are they? Okay. This is good. Although the party is still here, they're just further south for some reason. That's fine. This is the typical camp spot. So that's okay. That makes sense. I don't know why they're all the way south like that. That's pretty atypical. You're good. The other party did leave on this side, so we should go to this side. It's pretty amazing when this little alcove here is free. It's pretty rare. Hopefully they do move this way. It's easier to access a lot of the lizards from here. East. Come on. Come on, get him over here. Yep. Come on, guys. Woo! All the way east. Let's do it. Are you moving? You are very slowly. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeehaw. There they go. Look at that. Isn't that majestic? Okay. I'm going to pull this one. This is also safer to be over here, because it allows you to more easily run to Sylvina without dying. Let me eat my food. The food that is arguably like way too strong for this area that I'm in. I'll wait until he gets into orange. He did parry, so good for that. Legitimately good. If he does get into orange naturally, I will spare him. It seems almost that taking less damage than the tank is, which should not be happening. There we go. He accidentally pulled hate off of me. I will take that. I might accidentally build guard skill here. That would be interesting. These guys are these little babby lizards are too close. Okay, come here. This one's gonna die really fast, or should die really fast rather. Another Pamama for some extended HP regen. I do advocate highly for when you have the amount of income, please save me. Please woke off me. Please woke off me. Please woke off me. Please. Please. I get it, dude. I get it. They're Tartars, they're tiny. They have like an HP pool that's like literally less than half of mine. But they do be more heavily armored than I am. I don't know. Maybe it's more of like semantics at that point. Gonna heal a little bit. Just a smidge. We did get one experience point chain. Let's go. How amazing is that, huh? Incredibili! So for Variety Wednesdays and possibly Saturdays, some ideas come to mind. Tears of the Kingdom is the one that's most pertinent and the most likely to grow my very small channel. Elden Ring is also one that people played about 1 billion times, but I have so much love for Elden Ring that it might spread into infectious excitement. Tactics Ogre is another one, although it's a tactics game and an RPG, so, you know, it's either gonna do good or be real bad in terms of like, you know, new people attraction and retention. Resident Evil 4 is still relatively recent, although most people have probably gotten watching it on Twitch out of their system. Three Houses is always kind of like a safe bet, sort of. I don't know. It's also been played to absolute death. Free Hopes I haven't really seen that much of, even when it came out, but it's still an option. What else? I also have Dead Space. Dead Space is a good one. God, it's so crazy to me that like one TP move can almost send someone into, and almost send a Taru into orange like right off. I am doing a lot of damage. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, take that, Mr. Lizard. Let's go. Let's see if we can combo. I'm pretty sure he's going to use Shield Break right off. I don't think that anything monk-wise combos. It does not. Ow. Don't mind me, I'm just fisting lizards casually. Oh, we can use another charge, right? I have the ring. Why can't I see it sometimes? There it is. This is just a tough. This should be easy enough to handle, he says right before tragedy. How are y'all doing tonight? Are you doing good? I sure hope so. It's Friday. Are you feeling funky fresh? I'm feeling funky fresh adjacent. I mean, I'm not really totally sure what mix of emotion funky fresh actually entails, but you can fill in the blanks. You're smart. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Doobie fisting. Look at him go. Look at him vote, man. I'm so proud of him. I have 129k. What should I get? Do you mean to like equip your character? Because I know that last time that we spoke, you were talking about buying, or that you did buy a bunch of scrolls for what sounded like White Mage. I would say buy like 3 stacks of a relatively cheap MP food of some description that gives you enmity off. Like mushroom anything typically gives you some amount of MP and like reduces your enmity and gives you mind. Some of them are way more expensive than others, but off the top of my head, like mushroom kebabs are typically good. That Cryptok evidently needs to leave suddenly. Oh my god. If I don't get this to link, this is going to be a gamer moment. This might link, I'm not sure. We have to stop it from linking, we basically have to keep it right where it is and then kill it in time. I'm very proud of myself for not letting that link, that I caught that in time. Yes, and Black Mage. Probably the best. And when I say the best, I mean like in my extremely personal opinion. Oh boy. I don't know if he intended to avoid that baleful dodge or not, but that was good. We can... I don't necessarily want to break, dude. Like, to be... It's like the warrior does have to go. So I'll see where everyone else is at. How is everyone else on time? Other than Crip. I don't want to get a rep unless I can give them another hour. If the warrior that is great sorting wants to peace out, that's totally fine. I should be able to replace them with something that will not threaten to fold like a blanket if the monster crits into a TP move. I do want to be bulked off of. Please bulk off me. Please bulk off me. Thank you. God, dude, the way that they hesitate makes me so sketchy. So +1 ones, to answer your question, +1 ones, thank you, are typically cheap, around 2,000, 3,000, and they'll give you pretty much the biggest source of like intelligence boost and mind boost that you can hope for. Let me see. 1 hour to work, so I have to get some sleep. But all right, so people can continue after Crip leaves. So like grabbing someone should be relatively easy. Only getting half experience because I am below sync. You shouldn't be getting half of the total PVH. Yeah, it's not half. I don't know where he's getting that measure from. Mushroom satay stew without a roast soup. I'd have to look at to be able to really recommend the food to you. That would stand out to me the most. I would need to be like looking at the auction house, unfortunately. But like you can skimp pretty hard, and in some cases you don't have a choice but to skimp. Oh, ad break in like 10 seconds apparently. So take this opportunity to get up, walk around, stretch, brush your teeth, walk your dog, whatever, and I will see you back here momentarily. I don't know exactly when ads starting soon actually means. Oh. Okay, no, it's in progress now. Very good. Let's see where our values are at. This isn't really that bad of a combination. We can honestly sync the mojo if we get like an actual tank, so to speak, that has like you can tank without a shield. It does rely on having moderately strong armor, but you know how it is. You know how it goes. Can honestly get away with sinking lower than we are. I mean, to really get the most experience points that you would hope for out of this camp, you really would want to have like a level 11. Like sticking as close to 11 as you can is what's gonna do it. Vampirella is still level 10, which seems insane to me. I don't know if that's even right. All you need to do is hit one more time. There we go. Congratulations. All right, so Crip is gonna go, I believe. I think. Question mark. Let me preemptively look to see if there's any like tanks out here. Oh. There is none in that range. 11. Hello, level sync. No, hang on. Does it really matter? It really doesn't. Hello, level sync. I don't know if Crip is gonna want to stay until multiple people level up. Like at this range. At this level range, you're not, like, everyone's going to be close. Like, in the grand scheme of things. Anytime you're good to go, Crip, I should be able to rep. I'm going to face the lizard away. Honestly, and to put a pin on it, thank you. You're gonna get the most mileage at, I don't know what level your black mage is, but at any level, pretty much, you're going to get the biggest boost out of things like pies. Because some of the higher tier pies don't cost all that much if you get their normal quality versions, but they still give you like plus 30 MP, which in some cases is like a 20, it's like a 20% increase. They give you the kind of the stats mattering that you want, but they basically allow you to cast like 2 extra spells. Wand would be your next like expenditure, then earrings maybe. You can really get away with a lot on like as a mage on the rest of your pieces. There's nothing really in terms of like a waist that's impressive. Maybe Hiko Obi, but you're not looking to get like struck all that much. There's not really anything in terms of back pieces. Ammo slot doesn't really get taken advantage of until like level 25. So pretty much food. Food is something that, nope, he's gonna get petrified. He's not dodging. Rest in peace, man. Rest in pepperonis. Book off me, please. Book off me, please. Thank you. Ooh. I'm gonna take a swig of my Rockstar, not add. I'm gonna casually glance to the left for a moment for something. Looks good. If you're new to the channel and you like what you've seen, clicking the follow button not only updates you when I'm around, it also helps the algorithm find others who might also like this. If you have any questions at all, like there's no stupid question when it comes to this game. That's because it relies so much on the community to fill in like knowledge blanks. I'm happy to answer it. I've seen or have been a part of most content in the game except for very end game type stuff. Whoa, did you see that little cool little spin I did? someday in the near future, TM, I'm going to be coming up with a series of videos that is supposed to teach someone from scratch what to or what not to do. Thank you for voking off of me. I appreciate that. Like the do's and don'ts, different ways that you can make things easier on yourself in the long term, mechanical differences between the 3 different nations that you can select and the different job types to start, what the hell the auction house is, that type of thing. Congratulations. Gonna sync. Struggles. Actually, no. Let me see if there's any 12s. Gonna resync. X dies at 13. That is correct. I do be resyncing. This is not, in fact, my first rodeo.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
Alright, let's sync to Mojo Man. Is true. They're hard to find, though. Let me level sync over. I'm surprised at Vamp. It seems. Oh, Vampiro is close to leveling. Okay, we're just gonna grab this one and pray to God that no one else turns away. Grab this one, zoning the other. No, don't poke it. Are you? Do not poke it. 2 hour. All zone. He did not have to voke off me. I don't know. I don't know if they're just not paying attention to the chat or what. Just zone. Things are going to link like crazy. Oh my god. It's cursed. It's all cursed. Oh man.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. And you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Look, it's all going to hell, man. Vampirella wants to be the hero. I support it, but she's definitely gonna pay with her life. I got the Rose Wand 1+1 super cheap. I don't remember offhand what that one is. I will look at it now. Rose Wand +1. Final Fantasy 11 classic. Rose Wand. Oh damn, you must be really high up there then. I didn't realize what level are you? I probably should have asked that before I started like spilling random stuff, because I had the impression that you were just getting into Black Mage. I'm very surprised that people are alive still. I'm almost tempted. Yep, there he goes. Goes back down to 12. I should only have the attention of one lizard at the moment, because I did not do any kind of assists on any other. So this is definitely a Walking Dead situation where, for better or worse, you just have to be as fast or faster than the slowest person. I'm shocked that even like this hasn't been like obviously the most insane experience ever, but I'm very shocked that Vampirella has not leveled yet. For 7 Black Mage. It's been a hot minute since I've Black Maged. That's actually a really good question. I'm not sure offhand what to recommend for it. I did get Black Mage to 75 on retail. But it's honestly been so long that I might not be much use to you. Maybe if you're a Tartaro, you can go for instead of like the food that gives you like a flat MP amount, like maybe grab one of the ones that has change leader to Mojo Man. Change lead. They found a paladin, allegedly, which is great. If they did find a paladin that's willing to partake, that's good. Instead of like a type of food that gives you a flat MP bonus, you could instead opt for one that gives you a percentage-based bonus. Things like Snoll Gelato, Marin Glace, like those types of things. Because they give you by far the biggest MP boost out of anything, and they also incidentally give you some stats that won't like blow your socks off, but still contribute to whatever it is that you're trying, whatever your goal is. Like they might give you like a smattering of hello. Might give you like a smattering of intelligence or something. It is pretty amazing that he was able to find a paladin because I did not see him, so he must have popped up. Okay. We're gonna go back to where we were before. Once you're all ready to go. The Vampirella does appear to be swapping over to Summoner. Since we have a April, you can stay as Black Mage if you want to Vamp. It may let us get more mileage out of the level sync when you hit 11. Hey, No Flow. Hello, how goes the party? I'm gonna be real with you. It's rough. It's not. I don't think it falls into bad territory. In the sense that there has only been one death so far. It is rough in the sense that the part and parcel of the party that's doing a lot of the tanking has been up until literally just now been handled by Tartarus, which if one crit goes off, then they're one TP move away from dying immediately. So you could definitely feel that every fight that otherwise would normally be like pretty okay or easy is like a literal life and death situation for these little beings. Now that's just the life of a Taro, man. All good. I'm gonna go Summoner. I'm gonna need it to at least 20 so I can do mini fork fights. Okay, so they want to stay as well then. We'll go back to where we were at E7 zoning. It's fine. I have not died, and like I prefaced at the very beginning, boy howdy do my expectations be being real low. And by real low I mean like carefully managed. And that if I don't die, that's great. That's a hallmark moment. That me not dying is like the linchpin of this whole thing. If I get experience while also happening to not die, it's an okay party. The icing on the cake is if I happen to get above or around 4,000, 5,000, which has not happened yet with this party, but may now that the Black Mage has swapped to Summoner to better assist. And we have a Paladin now instead of a Tartar that folds like a wet blanket. If anything, looks at him for more than like 5 seconds. Which is good. If anything, with great certainty, the party is going to be more stable for sure. Once Mojo hits 13, we can move to Crabs. And I'll resync 14. If we have a 15, We will do flies sheep instead. $14 is an awkward level for the dunes, and that the only things that are higher than lizards that will give you roughly consistent experience without pulling your insides out through your butthole is going to be like crabs, and that's it. Like, flies are a touch too strong still. They're relatively fragile, but they still have just enough health, and their moves are just annoying enough that, like, even two curse spheres, like, back to back, like their AoE DP move, can, like, 70% your party. It do be real pain. That's for sure. Let's see where everyone is on the map. We did get 14 from 12, and I did lay out my my hope, my dream, my everything that we would get at least 15 before the night is over. That's definitely achievable. I am definitely appreciating that I grabbed the Empress Ring instead of the Chariot, because I do feel as though I'm going to be able to possibly get much more mileage out of it. Let's see where they are. What song is this? Could it be hitting kind of different? F-Zero? It sounds great. I thought that's what he was doing. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, he could have grabbed Signet this whole time, dude. Hashtag pain. It's okay. Literally nothing is happening. We just have to take this opportunity to build endurance, patience, and acceptance.
It's only game.
It's only game while you have to be mad. That's absolutely correct. It is very important. As Marcus, paraphrasing Marcus Aurelius, probably, shake yourself awake and look at it as if you were looking at a dream. Whatever it is that's disturbing me in this current moment can be used constructively. Even if it's irritating, it can be turned positive if I choose to look at it that way. So any internal screaming, or any screaming that I'm going to be doing from here, is going to be internal.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This song's really good, but it's like a little bit too grimy for the situation. Let's put it back on video game lo-fi. I've had my fill. For now. Not that one. Not that one. Is this on shuffle? It's on shuffle, right? I feel like it's not. It's telling me it is, but I feel like it's lying to me. No, not that one. No. No, I've heard this one a million times. There's like 4.5 hours of music on here. Where's all the other stuff? Or have I just heard it that much? No. Is that no? No. No. Is it like, is it not like true shuffle? Is it just like shuffling in a predetermined order? This one's fine. Fuck it. Ain't nobody got time for that, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Wow. I did not realize. And this is totally fine. I'm gonna just put this disclaimer out there. And until they started talking about it in the party chat, I did not realize that the Galka Paladin that we have is Galka. If only because he has 32 MP. That's crazy. I mean, he's definitely durable. Like, that's the point of the job. But man, they get stiff so hard on MP, dude. So where do you get this music from? It's a music publisher called Game Chops. And all the music that I use, which is about like 7 or 8 hours split between 2 different playlists, you'll see that there's always a Game Chops tag somewhere in the artist description. It's a publisher that works with people that remix music, but they purchase the rights to remix the music from the original artists that performed the original music. But they publish this music. I can pull. They publish this music specifically free for. I'm gonna hold off on that link. Risk. Okay, never mind. It's good now, as long as the other ones don't move. Okay, we're good. They publish the music with the express purpose of making it so that streamers or video or like content creators can use it without having to worry about being DMCA'd or content IP matched. So basically they're like, it's like a, like out of the kindness of their heart, they publish music for free for situations like that. Well, probably not for free. I don't know how they're making money, and it's been true so far. There's only been one song that was identified by YouTube, because I upload all VODs from broadcasts to my YouTube channel at Stoic. Shameless plug time. And I've only been content ID'd once on something published by Game Chops, and it wasn't even right. It was like the automated system that checks to see if you're using music inappropriately or like without permissions. Like took basically like a 5-second snippet of Tifa's song from Final Fantasy VII and was like, yeah, no, that's not right. You can't use that. But there's like way more identifiable stuff out there that I have been using. Okay, I'll grab this because nothing else is looking. So we handled that level 18 without any real issue, which is great. It was already a massive departure from what we were experiencing before. We need to snack on another rice dumpling. And see, it's so strange to me that there's not really anything that like it seems to be comboing off of my weapon skills. Like they can't be right. There has to be something that works with combo out of like the random assembly of jobs that we have. We have a great axe. Combo doesn't work with that, apparently. It doesn't work with Tachi NP. Unless you use Tachi Jobaku, but perhaps with reason samurais seem reluctant to use Tachi Jobaku. I don't know. There's a reason for that. Necessarily, but they do avoid it. They typically use like Tachi NP until like level 30 or something. The only time that I've ever seen a samurai use something different is like level 50. Like maybe the fact that it's like a 2-fold attack is just that good. I'm not sure. I mean, they're the samurais, right? They should know their own job, you know, totally fine. I'm just wondering if the other Like at the other power levels of the other weapon skills is just not worth even testing. Galka out of MP after 20 seconds. Yeah, man, that's the life. He is doing a wonderful job of getting hit like 8,000 times without having issues. Like that critical hit was blocked by the shield. Only took 33 damage. Ow. Okay, die, please. Please die. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna wait a moment to get some health back. Yeah, it's a really tough sell to make yourself do this, so I don't even advocate it unless you have like the Christmas pants from well, the Christmas event that happened in like December to early February on Horizon that gives you like an extra 30 seconds of mileage off of orange juices, but even then it's pretty expensive. So you can like pseudo have auto refresh if you buy and roll with like 15 orange juices as a paladin in the dunes until you get to 25, and then you have like a permanent orange juice IV running in your system. But this is definitely we're schmoovin' compared to where we were before. We got an experience chain 3, which heretofore has not happened yet. So I'm grateful for it. It's a massive difference for sure. Okay. I definitely feel a lot safer in general. I'm gonna open up with this level 15 Hill Lizard. That should give us like a mean 40%. Or not 40%, 40 experience. As a Galka, I feel sad I didn't start playing until after the event, so no fun orange juice fans. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. One other option that you definitely can ride until like level 21 or whenever it is that I'm gonna disengage now so I can free pull something. This level 18 should be easy enough to combo into. Pamama Oulates are a... Congratulations. Are a regen juice that lasts 10 minutes and give you 2 HP per tick. Which is a godsend for like tempo as a tank. Or at least it was in my case. I wouldn't advocate like downing your body weight in orange juice and like Pamama Oulates unless you feel comfortable with your with like your personal economy. Like if it's something like if you fish a lot, I'm going to wait until he's deeper into orange before pulling, because sometimes he's only taking as little as like 15 damage, which is crazy to me. Like if you fish or something, or you have like level 60 plus cooking, which is just high enough to get a lot of mileage out of high quality, at best percentage chance things that are really easy to get supplies for, like the fragrant carrot broth. What is this? Incredibly tough. I don't know if we can handle that at our current MP. It might be able to. Paladin does have effing MP for once. I don't know why my brain struggled so much on that one. It hung a little bit, like it was processing, and then it was just gave up unceremoniously. I'm gonna wait for one more tick. By one more tick, I mean now. Fragrant carrot broth, which is easy enough to get. It's like 300 for the water crystals, and it's like 30 per carrot or something that you can get at any conquest rank from Sandoria, like the grocery store that's there. And they're going for as high as 3,000, 4,000 sometimes, which is like, it's like a margin of like 60, 70%, especially if you're rolling well. It's like if you're making jugs that are high quality, like you have a chance to roll as high as like 8 jugs made, high quality. Which at that point, it's like basically free money. Another good one that's a little bit more risky in terms of like initial investment is cold carrion broth, which gives like lizard familiars. I'm gonna hold off because I think that they're trying to do SC stuff right now. Maybe? No, they're not. Oh, I need to turn. Sorry. I had to turn. I had to do that to you, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. giving all the people, all the viewers, conniptions by staring at the screen. I wish it didn't freak out like that. I wish it just like zoomed in. But I had to do it to avoid being petrified. I did it for the good of the community at large, writ large. So I might do some more quote-unquote testing of my legally emulated copy of Tears of the Kingdom using my legally emulated Nintendo Switch tonight, and do more quotation figure marks testing with it. And I might mix that up, not during the stream, unless there's like overwhelming requests for it. And I might mix that with Darkest Dungeon 2, which I've loved. I'm bad at it still, because I still haven't learned to appreciate the ebbs and flows of it. I'm just kind of like winging it, and it's not the type of game that will play nice with you if you wing it. I'm glad that I absorbed that, because it seems like the lizards in this game, their AI is smart enough that they will target like anything that has a MP value with. I need to use my Empress brand again. They'll target anything with an MP value and try to silence them. It seems like they never use Brain Crush in most cases on something that doesn't have MP. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold back on my Bloodlust. I main a tank on my main character. So it's everything I can do not to reflexively provoke right off. I got you, fam. Oh man. This is definitely moving a lot better. I'm happy with this. I mean, that's the paladin effect, right? I do, and this is coming from a paladin main, you know, before Treasures of Ergon comes out, and then it's gonna be the meme where it's like I'm dropping X as my best friend, Y is my new friend. You know the one? Watching for Link. I just need one of these guys to move. That one on the left is definitely gonna, I think they're both gonna link. Like, they're perfectly staring at each other. They're gonna move soon. I just need the other one to move. That's fine. If they want to be bros, that's okay. I will let them be bros. We have to pull something. We're wasting time. I'm very surprised I didn't pay for that with a link in the back. I'm gonna take this opportunity to glance behind and just see what the level is there. That's a tough. Okay. It's still so crazy to me that there's not really any combos. I mean, not combos like I was making a pun, although that would have been a great pun. I don't mean like combo the move. Don't look at me like that. Woo woo. Woo. I mean, it did freshly spawn, but it will almost certainly link. So what is optimal in terms of pulling? Ideally, what you want the puller to do is you want them to first get a feel for what the party can handle, based off of the experience that you have with whatever is the strongest iteration of the monster that you're trying to pull. So if, for example, like I pull like a level 18 or something, how low does the white mage seem to get, or whatever the combo healing team is, and then based on that, try to pull so that by the time that your party is almost done with whatever their current target is, there's another monster already being pulled in. And if you get a feel for it well enough, then it's like constant back-to-back killing of things. Like they just finished killing that one, so I already have one pulled in and ready to go. The white mage slash summoner double team healing team is around half. And then you can try to squeeze as much mileage out of the chain as you can by trying to find something that is pretty low, like a tough, or even like a very tough, depending on how confident I do wish to be saved. Save me. Thank you. I want badly for the samurai to provoke, if even, okay, it's dead. That's all that matters. Congratulations, Raptor. Since the white mage is back to full health immediately because they happen to level, and this is just a tough, so it's gonna die in about 10 seconds. It could, assuming they're not resting. They can though. Like the summoner could be resting right now. The tough isn't going to do enough damage quickly enough to not allow the healer team to rest up enough to get back enough MP that they can't deal with something a little bit stronger. I am very proud of the tank for dodging the gaze. Because it's a tough, I'm going to break away at like about 20-24%. So some people, do you start with tough, then move on to VT? Like, is there a cycle that works better? In an ideal world, and there's a big ass asterisk at the end of that phrase. In an ideal world, you would start with a string of stuff that is easy, and then end it with something that is like top, like really hard, so that you can get like the most out of the chain, because you get gradually more experience up until chain 5, and then chain 5 is like the maximum amount of bonus experience that you can get out of the system. Or during the times, which is kind of what I was pseudo describing before, during the times where there is supposed to be downtime, like the white mages or whatever the healing team is, the healing team needs like a little bit of MP, is when you pull toughs, or like even very toughs that happen to be like on the lower end of the level range, if you can help it. Because the toughs and the very toughs, in most situations, especially the higher up level that you go, should be easy enough to deal with, especially the more tools that you have, that the mages should feel as though they can continue resting to the point where you're getting a whole bunch of like bonus MP back for them. And then by the time that you kill whatever the current target is, the 60 seconds that you have to continue the chain starts over. And then you have enough punching weight at that point, because we just got chain 5 there, which is good. You should have enough punching weight to then handle something else that's big. I am honestly of the proponent, like I'm a huge proponent of just grab whatever is not going to kill the party. wait, which sounds like which is a very like 5-head statement to make, but it's true, and that I'm going to 90% of the time, unless I know for a fact that we're at like the very razor's edge of like the minimum level that we should be to tackle whatever the target type of mob it is. Once we're at the sweet spot, which is about like the middle of the level, the average level range of like whatever the monster type is, I should be turning around. Nope, paid for it. I was too busy thinking about technical shit. If you take like the average level range, so let's for example like 15 to 19 for hit lizards, and then you average them, so you take the two numbers, add them together, then divide them by the number of numbers that you're trying to calculate by 15 seconds, and then take 7 away from that. That's like the minimum threshold that you're going to want to like safely kill whatever it is that you're trying to venture out to kill. So like 15 plus 19 divided by 2 is 17, minus 7 is 10. So most people start killing lizards or trying to. I'm going to, like, one of the buttons that I have is a hotkey for bringing up my Internet Explorer, which is why they kept popping up over and over again. Most people start with lizards at 10, and the level range basically is like, hey, it's probably safe to be like 7 or 8 levels below. If I'm at like the very minimum level that I should be in order to survive most things, I'm going to use the add-on that I happen to have called Checker, which is going to tell me explicitly what the level is of the thing that I'm looking at, and I'm going to avoid whatever the strongest thing is there. And then I'll basically, like, if I feel like the party can reasonably handle stuff that is very strong, I will do like a test mob, and I'll grab, like, if we're full, like if the MP of the healers are full, then I'm going to pull a mob that is the strongest that the monster can possibly get to act as like a barometer for what the party can handle. And then after that, I just literally grab whatever moves if they can handle it. We can break. I also have about 30 minutes left in me, but I am ADD. We'll just grab this. And I know that was a lot of information, but that's basically what goes through my mind. Is that in short as like as Stoic can make it, I guess. If like I'm at the minimum level for whatever the camp is, I test to see what the party can handle by deliberately pulling a monster that is as strong as they can be, and then use that as a way to determine what the party can handle. Congratulations. And then after that, if they can handle it, then I pull literally whatever I can see. That makes sense. If they can't handle it, then I'm a little bit more careful with what I pull, but I don't differentiate between the lower and the higher end stuff. Only when it matters do I actually pay attention to, like, if something is so strong that it's like abrasive to deal with. The party do be disbanding in 30 minutes, which is totally fine. I am content with that. So if you're newer to the channel or you've been watching a while and you haven't followed the channel yet, doing it not only gives me a little shot of dopamine, it helps the channel grow in more ways than you'd expect. Congratulations. We can swap to crabs and we'll want to resync to 14 for safety. Whoop, whoop. Wrong button. I forgot I wasn't party lead. And I just clicked where the little sync button was. I make 95% of my own party. I literally I went to where the level sync button was. You can tell I make 95% of my own parties. I assumed that the level sync button was there. I forgot that I had changed the lead. Unsynced. That's funny. Oh, blessed day. We've only lost 12,000 frames. I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna make a note of dealing with that. Find out how and what to replace to stop frame drops. Because I shouldn't. I'm not like versed in like hardware, like to the extent that I can like reliably know what I'm talking about. But it feels like I shouldn't need to restart my router every time that I start to stream, especially in the past when I had no issues whatsoever. And given that I seem to talk about it like every single stream, I need to just fucking do something about it, to be honest with you. I do not mean to be boosting. Can I stop boosting, please? Here. I'll press my use high potion emote. Or macro, rather. This is good transition music. Honestly, the best thing that you can do as a pooler is what I kind of touched on at the very start of the conversation, which is just have it so that once you get a feel for what the party can handle, just have something ready to fight as soon as whatever the current target is ready to die. Gonna avoid that goblin there. And that typically comes with experience of like knowing generally how much damage your party is going to be able to get away with. And go to middle. I don't like there is like a, they're at level 15, so they're going to be wanting to go for crabs. There is another spot I'm familiar with. Okay, I'm just gonna let them decide. I'm technically not the party lead. I'm just gonna tell them, I'm just gonna let myself go with God. That is fine. The bogey's not going to get anywhere close enough to be like an actual issue. Do you feel weird not being the party lead? Unironically, yes. It feels very strange to me. I don't feel like... I don't have any attachment per se to like the status of like party leading. Not that there's anyone to real speak of, except that you get like a couple of extra administrative type buttons. It's just I'm so used to the layout that it could cause me to do things like what I just did, which was try to go for the level sync button to desync and hit the disband button, just naturally assuming that the level sync button was going to be there. It definitely does make me feel weird. That was a critical hit for 0 damage, baby.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This isn't too bad. That's a 19. It's on the lower half of the range. That do be okay. The real test is going to see how we handle stuff that is 21, or especially 22. On the PS2 version, there was an unpatchable area that is at the collection of trees that is on the right side there that you could use to no clip down into the water, and then you could run, congratulations, you could run to the end of the world, which was basically like where they stopped texturing things, and you could watch the sun go down into literal nothingness before looping back up and around. I did take a picture of it. That is extremely long gone, but it does make me sad that you can't go down there anymore. I still remember it vividly. You could watch like all the JPEG fish, you know, having the time of their life underneath the water. Ooh, I got shoulder tackle. Amazing. Just gonna pull off of him. Never did that back in the day. If they could, it's one of those bugs where, like, it was harmless. There wasn't any like developer room or anything that was under the water, and you couldn't like run off the edge of the world. Like once you got to the like the flat earth barrier, it wouldn't like let you go over or anything like that. Like there was an invisible wall. And it was still just like a, you know, it was like a weird, like special feeling experience to like be one of the few people that like knew this, like this weird place that like few people could go. Like you couldn't go down into the water on PC. So I don't know what limitation stopped PC players from no clipping into the water and like allowed PS2 to. Yeah, I'm sorry, my friends. We're taking the we're taking the crabs. Watching that gambler over there. I don't think there's anything out here except death. I mean, the whole place is like full of death, right? It's the dunes. That's kind of like its thing. So in about 3 minutes, ad break is going to happen. Ads are about 90 seconds long. Although they do support me, I don't like them. You can avoid ads entirely and help the channel in a big way by subbing. I don't know why I evoked there. And it's free if you have Amazon Prime. And by free, I mean it's like factored into like the cost of Amazon Prime, but They like to tell you that it's free. I'm going to high potion here. This is why you don't bulk pull, man. This game is not afraid to punish you like crazy. I have one more high potion. So I kind of gave the game like a little bit of a freebie. I might need to actually turn away for a second. I'm doing too much damage too consistently, and I bulk pulled, which like severely pissed it off. This isn't gonna help here. So scary, monk hardcore. Yeah. Even though I'm occasionally pulling to pull pressure off of the paladin so that they can counterbalance a little bit, I feel way less afraid as a monk, even in this situation, than I did when I was a white mage. Because as anything but a main healer, you can control your fate to a degree. Like you can maneuver your behavior in such a way that you don't pull an extreme amount of hate. As a main healer, it's your job to keep the rest of the party alive. Same thing with the tank. So like I'll probably feel as scared to play on warrior, and I'm going to let myself tank. I'm not going to avoid any particular behaviors just because I'm afraid of my character dying literally forever. I should, but I don't, because you know that do be the theme of what we're trying to, the kind of like procedural mouthfeel that we're going for right now, whatever the fuck that means. Other group left, one pop at their old camp. We can just move middle. All right. So I'll probably be as afraid when I'm a tanking warrior than when I was a white mage. But monk, if for nothing, has a lot of HP. Like that's its one of its big stats, is that its HP bar do be relatively thicker than most. So like I can take some hits before I start to feel like really alarmed. But I'm probably not gonna experience any I'm in danger moments until like warrior rolls around. The goal is to get monk to 18 or close enough for it to matter. So maybe like 17 or something like that. So maybe one more party's worth. I need to eat food. I was realizing that one of my buff icons is missing. Is getting monk within like spitting distance of 18, and then warrior to 37. And if Miss Stoic Mithra does not die until that point, I'm then going to rope friends into Mercy providing me support I need to get Samurai unlocked, and then from there it's going to be Samurai to 75. And if she doesn't die on the road to 75 and everything that entails, like missions and whatnot, then we will come together as a community to decide what the fuck she's going to be doing next. Even though I'm probably not gonna be able to get the most mileage out of it because they're supposedly breaking in like 20 minutes, I'm still gonna use a charge. I want to keep the experience boost rolling for as long as I can. What are they saying? Oh, they're talking about SEs. I'm gonna give a couple of ticks. I don't really need to give a tick, actually. The summoner has enough MP. Goldsmithing 100 next, obviously. There's not a lot of stuff that would be able to cause me to rage quit, because I spend so much of my, well, every waking moment virtually trying to come to terms with stuff that would be very difficult to handle, like IRL. But if anything was going to be a game ender for me and just make me stop playing the game at least for probably a couple to a few weeks, maybe even a month, it depends on like what kind of games are in circulation for me at that point, it would probably be me hardcore Ironmanning a Goldsmith 100 character and deleting that. That would definitely have to be posted on somewhere in the Horizon Discord with a picture of the Joker, like Heath Ledger's Joker from like 2010 or whatever the movie came out. It says like it's about the message, you know, when he pours gas on the piles of money and then sets them on fire. And it would kind of be about the message at that point. If a more realistic asterisk next goal after 75 samurai would probably be like Dark Knight, and the whole basis, Ninja would be smart. Ninja 37 at the very least would make sense to open up like typical avenues for other jobs. I was thinking Dark Knight, if only because this might sound silly, it might not, but this hairstyle, the purple hairstyle, looks extreme. Oh boy. 2 hits and I got into red. Oh man. That was close. I almost fully didn't pay attention there for a second. I'm out of oh shit options except for my Omega oh shit option. But what was I saying? The hairstyle gels extremely well with the Dark Knight artifact armor. Like purple and black looks so crazy good. I need to make sure he doesn't die to big scissors. Okay, I lucked out. Metallic body. If I need to pound back a Vile Elixir in order to save myself, I will. Please be ready to benediction. Okay, good. Good. We got 2 hours going. I'm gonna 100 fists. We need to kill this thing. I'm missing everything. Ideally, invincible to pull off him. He has to use invincible now to save him. Invincible, 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 invincible. Oh no. I'm sorry, Raptor. Thank you for your sacrifice. We could honestly end there. I think we're coming up on time.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He might have, in retrospect, which is 2020. Or is that foresight? Whatever the whatever it is. I should have used 100 Fists a second earlier and he'd probably still be alive. You're good, Vangle. I figured. Hindsight's 2020, yeah. That's one dead white mage. Yep, we can call it there. That's fine. Got a lot of progress done. Thank you all. Oh man. Take care. See you again. Find instant. Do I have an instant warp on me? Of course I don't. Did I really not buy an instant warp? I need to this guy stinks myself. Where's my redeem? There it is. Here, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Why didn't I buy an instant warp, man? Oh wait, I do. I think I do. Oh my god, you're a genius! No, Flo. This is why you're my manager. In my headcanon. I couldn't fucking wipe my own butt without you. My mechanical behind.
Bruh.
Oh, hell no!
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I do have Black Mage leveled, yeah. That's probably why I don't have an instant warp, because
What are you doing, Step Bro?
it's probably because I don't need it. That's probably why I don't have it.
Amogus. Meow.
Oh boy, things definitely. It went from a really rough experience to it being a good experience. So it was overall an average party experience. I did reach my goal of getting 15 at the minimum, and I'm borderline 16. And I might actually do this, if I don't care enough, and I'm almost certainly already there, I could ride Warrior to like 30, and then level sync down to 30 no matter what forever after that to get the rest of the levels. It's not going to be my normal formula of trying to keep combat skills consistent with what my natural level progression is, which is what I'm trying to do at all costs on my main. But it's not like I'm going to be using a great axe or an axe with samurai. So like, who gives a shit? I don't. And if you do, that's just like your opinion, man. Black Mage, warp me. Look at that, dude. Oh, avert your eyes, children.
Shame. Shame.
I forgot to put the PG-13
Shame.
tag. Oh my god. Oh, she's got her buns out and everything. And it's not like her normal RSE. Her race specific equipment is going to be much better. You know what? You guys have been sticking it out. You deserve to look at some cat girl tookus, right? Look at that guy. She's thick. All right, that's enough of that. It's kind of cringe. All right, so we're just gonna have her staring half naked at the fire. She's been through a lot. I'm going to take this opportunity to look up another streamer that I can send you all to. So please bear with me while I do that. While I do this, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, following the channel, if you have not done so already, helps me out tremendously and sincerely. And it also incidentally makes me feel good. It is a neat little serotonin boost. Let's look at Horizon streamers. Let's actually look at Twitch. Sometimes it's hard to parse like how long people have been up or like what viewer counts are. Let's just type in Horizon, Final Fantasy XI, not Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy 11 Online, and let us sort. We will send you to this individual that is probably nice and great. I know nothing about them, but do me a favor, and when you head in there, just say hi. It makes the streamer feel good and engaged, and we love that here. Let's do /raid this person. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I don't know if we're going to be streaming tomorrow. If we do, there is a small chance, do not quote me or clip me as saying this, a small chance that we will be streaming Tears of the Kingdom at a stable 30 frames per second as the Lord intended. Do not quote me or clip me as saying that, or do. I can't stop you from doing anything. Ultimately, as long as you're happy, that's what I care about. But I'm going to send you over there. Have a great night. I appreciate you. Bye-bye, bye-bye. I'm going to press the button. You should be getting some kind of prompt. If you don't, then I'm going to send you over myself. See you later, my friends. Have a great Friday.